Okay. All right. Jasmine, you have any children?
I do.
How many? How many?
3.
How old are your kids?
I have 8, 7, and 3.
Are they all by the same man?
No,
How many men?
3.
Why are you not with the 3-year old dad?
He was my longest relationship. He was the one that was with me when I first got started and everything, and our relationship just kind of ended on a bad note
The
because
3-year old's your longest relationship?
yeah, we were together for 4 years. He was like my first serious relationship.
Okay. But the 8 and 7-year old, those were not relationships?
No, the 8-year-old was a whole different story, and my 7-year-old, me and his dad were friends, and we're still friends now, but some situations just stay as friends.
Okay. And the 3-year old dad, so when did y'all break up?
2020 officially.
Hello, and your child was just born?
Yeah.
And why'd y'all break up again?
A lot of things happened in a relationship. Like the more I started growing, he started falling behind.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. My name is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Well, we got Kendra G over here. We have a sex worker with 3 kids. 3 kids by 3 different men. So, I mean, all her kids have a different father. And she's a sex worker. And now she wants to settle down. How often do we hear this? How often do we talk about this? Right? And a lot of people will look at her and say, well, listen, right? They always try to turn a negative into a positive. And I don't know how you can turn having 3 kids by 3 different men and a sex worker. I don't know how you can turn that to be a positive. I don't know how you can make that out to be a positive, right? A lot of your women will sit up here and say, well, because she's a mother, she's very caring, she's very nurturing, so she know how to take care of a man. Well, what about the baggage? Well, what about all the damn kids you have, right? What about the man having to sit over here and want to discipline some of these damn kids who are acting up? Because 9 times out of 10, that is what's going to happen. Kids being raised by a sex worker, that's just not a good combo. Let's just be real. That's just not a good combo, right? And you know what I'm saying? You think just because you are a mother of 3 and you know how to care for your children, you think that is going to be okay for a man? Right? And then on top of that, you're a sex worker. So a lot of women look at that as, well, because I'm a sex worker, I'm very experienced, right? You must be insecure because you don't want a woman that's experienced. At least I know how to dance. At least I know how to suck it and do you right. Well, I mean, sis, I can easily go over here and go get a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old who has 0 kids, who isn't a sex worker, and is probably willing to do all of that and then some. And know how to care for me and nurture and make sure I get some food in my system, make sure I'm good on my end. Right? But once again, we're living in a world, man, where if you say certain shit like that, you're misogynist. Well, oh, you must hate women. Oh, well, you must be insecure. You must have a little meat. You must be this. You must be that. Right? You know the same old shit that a lot of women, a lot of sisters tend to throw at you. Right? So, well, look, let's go ahead and jump into this, man.
Oh yay!
Hello.
I watch your show every day.
Thank you. What's your name,
Every time
honey?
it's on, I put all my guy friends on. I'm
I,
ready. Okay?
I appreciate it. What's your name, honey?
I'm Jasmine,
Jasmine. Where you calling us from?
Florida.
Florida. What part?
Closer to Tampa, so it's St. Petersburg, Tampa.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. What you do for a living, honey?
I am a sex worker.
Now, people, listen. I'm 25 years of age, and I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids. But once again, this is the time where you can be 18 years of age, where a lot of women want to turn 18 and jump into sex work because it's easy money. And a lot of them like to use the excuse, well, I got kids, I need to take care of kids, or this and that and this and that, and it's like, I hate when people use that, right? I hate when people use that as an excuse. Well, the reason I'm doing sex work is because I got bills I gotta pay. Well, because this, well, because that. Well, you can work at a job that will be good for your mental, and not only be good for your mental, but you will also have some self-respect. You won't be looked at as someone who's a sex worker, right? Now she is a very beautiful woman, but sadly to say, you got 3 kids by 3 different men. It's whew, I want to see how this shit turns out.
So you're about to be my sex, my next, my okay. So I had an actual girl that was a prostitute that was working. I had a sex worker from Canada. So you'll be my first sex worker from America. Well, I
Okay.
guess the prostitute was a sex worker too. So what?
People think this shit is okay now. People think being a sex worker is okay. People think being a prostitute is okay. So the fact that you are literally open, you're open to telling people that you are literally selling yourself for nickels and dimes. Back in the day, back in the 80s and 70s and 60s, when you were a prostitute, that's not something that you would want to tell anybody. That's not something that you would want to tell anybody. Why? Because once again, a lot of women even then had some self-respect, at least some self-respect and at least some common decency to say, well, you know what? I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, right? But at that time, I would never say it's okay, but at that time it would be understandable for some women to do it because some women use that to say, yeah, let me get as much money as I can out of this right now so I can go ahead and move over to another state or whatever and go ahead and get a new face card and go ahead and try to live the life that I really want to live, right? Work a job or whatever. Now we have people who we literally have women who are waiting to turn 18 so they can become a prostitute, so they become a sex worker. And we are now encouraging that. We are encouraging that in this society today. And that is sad. That is sad that you're willing to jump on a dating show and think people are really going to look at you and say, yeah, I want to cuff this prostitute. Yeah, I want to cuff this sex worker. Ooh, Jesus.
What kind of sex worker are you?
I've done pro, so I've done pro videos. I started off as a cam model doing the online thing. And currently, I'm just more into dancing these days because I'm on hiatus, trying to find something else to get into or just jump back into my old habits.
So are you a stripper?
Currently dancing, yeah.
Okay.
I just started that a couple years ago, but I've been doing sex work since I was like 18.
Wow. So
What did I fucking say? What did I say? By the time, once they hit 18, they're going to want to do this. And you know what's the sad thing? But the sad thing about this is, right? I remember a girl back in, this is 10th grade of high school, 10th grade. I remember her name and everything. She has a stripper name. Well, let's be real. She has a stripper name, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. And mind you, she was cool people. She was cool people. But she said that she was stripping at that age. Bro, she said that she was stripping at that age. Now, people can sit up here and say, bro, you're lying. Yeah, this and that and this and that. I mean, she really had no reason to lie. She really had no reason to lie. And I can name a few other girls, man, who weren't stripping at that time, but they were just as nasty, if not nastier than that girl. I'm talking about some straight freaks. They wouldn't mind putting themselves all on cam. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. What did I say? A lot of girls wait till they turn 18 to start doing shit like this. And mind you, she's only 25. She's only 25. Sis, why didn't you go to college? Sis, why couldn't you just go to college? Well, I don't want to create that debt. Well, but you don't want to create that debt, but you're willing to create a bad face card. You're willing to go ahead and mess up your integrity, mess up your character, right? Because a lot of people are going to look at you now, 25 years of age, 3 kids by 3 different men, and a sex worker, and you started this shit at 18. That means you were long gone. That means she was out here thotting. She was out here thotting when she was 17, 16, 15. I mean, bruh.
are you now the woman that called me from Canada said it was legal there. Is that legal where you're at?
Okay, I don't do full service sex work.
Okay, what kind of service do you do?
So the cam thing would be at home from my computer where I log into a site, and just like how we're live now, it would be a live stream like that.
So you're a porn star?
Yeah. Well, I started off as cam, then I got into porn. It's 2 different things, but the same thing.
What's cam?
Webcam modeling would be sites like Chatterbait, Cam Soda, Jasmine Live, Streammate.
Oh, I don't know any of these people.
But I do, and I saw a lot of those. I know what she's off into. I know what she's talking about, right? I be seeing Jasmine live all the time on some of the sites that I jump onto whenever it's about that time for me to, bring out the jergens and the, what I'm saying, the napkins. But the thing is, right? She's pretty much doing what got Andrew Tate a lot of money, right? Andrew Tate pretty much had his few girlfriends, and they were on cam doing that exact same thing that she was doing. So I understand what she was doing.
Well, okay, let me just break down what it is. So is it basically, is one just you by yourself, and then the other one is you with a person?
So cam would be you at home in your own space, and you're live streaming where people come and you interact together, and they basically pay to see you do different things. Whereas porn,
Oh,
you have to deal with contracts and agents, and you fly to the different shoots, and it's a whole different ball game.
okay. So that's the sex type of jobs that you do.
Yes.
So just to be clear, you don't have sex with men.
No, in porn, yes, I have, but I haven't done porn in a couple years now. But I do
Okay.
full service sex work. I'm not having sex with strangers. No.
That's okay. Okay. So you're not like the sex worker that called me from Canada then.
No.
Okay. All right. Jasmine, you have any children?
I do.
How many? How many?
3.
How old are your kids?
I have 8, 7, and 3.
Are they all by the same man?
So she has 3 children, 8, 7, and 3, which means she had one child at 17. She had another child at 18. Like, yo, what did I just say earlier? This shit happens when you're at 18. So girls are waiting till they turn 18 to jump into some of the sex work. And I said, man, that means that they were out here freaking around at 17, 16, 15. She has a son that's 18, that's 8 years of age, and she's 25 years of age, which means she had her first son at 17 years of age. What are we doing here, people? What are we doing? This is what we're seeing in society a lot. This is what a lot of women are encouraging.
No,
How many men?
3.
Why are you not with the 3-year-old dad?
He was my longest relationship. He was the one that was with me when I first got started and everything, and our relationship just kind of ended on a bad note
The
because
3-year-old's your longest relationship?
yeah, we were together for 4 years. He was like my first serious relationship.
Okay. But the 8 and 7-year-old, those were not relationships?
No, the 8-year-old was a whole different story, and my 7-year-old, me and his dad were friends, and we're still friends now, but some situations just stay as friends.
Okay. And the 3-year-old dad, so when did y'all break up?
2020 officially.
Hello, and your child was just born?
Yeah.
And why'd y'all break up again?
A lot of things happened in a relationship. Like the more I started growing, he started falling behind, and he was a little bit intimidated. Like he would be a part of it in the beginning, but things just got weird when I wanted different things than he did.
He wasn't intimidated, baby. He was upset that you was out here thotting. Right? He was upset that you was out here thotting. That's all that is. Right? Look, certain men are going to deal with a butt for so long. Once it start getting to a point, man, where they're like, man, hold on, time out, bro. I ain't gotta keep dealing with this shit. They're gonna leave. They're gonna leave. And you're as young as you are, doing what you're doing, a lot of men aren't going to be receptive to that. And I sadly to say, she's going to be single for a grip. Let's just be real. She's going to be single for a grip.
Like I was super focused on moving up in my career, and he was super focused on not going down that path, but he still wanted the perks and the benefits from that career.
Okay. 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 So, and what's your zodiac sign, Jasmine?
Libra.
So right now you are a dancer.
Yes.
Okay. So this is Jasmine, Florida, St. Petersburg, 25, a Libra. She said she's a sex worker. She has 3 kids, 8, 7, and 3. So are you looking for a boyfriend?
I am now, yes.
So you want a boyfriend that obviously would be okay with your profession?
Yes.
So what kind of man are you looking for?
Okay, I'm gonna say I'm looking for someone that's gonna come healed. Nobody has said that yet, but come healed. Because I don't want you to be out here talking about how your ex hurt you. I don't want you to have like childhood trauma that you're not going through. I've gone through all of my traumas. I've mastered those phases. So I want this person to be 100% healed and comfortable with themselves.
Yes, I want him to be healed. I don't want him to come with any baggage. I don't want him to come with any drama. Now I understand that I'm a sex worker. That's enough baggage as is, and I understand I got 3 kids by 3 different men, and the relationships that I have with a lot of these different men are just all over the place. But hey, guess what? I'm still healed, and I figured myself out at the age of 25. So guess what? Because I got myself figured out, I expect that man to come figure it out, right? Because I already got sex work I got to deal with. I got so many different dinglings I got to worry about. Then I got my 3 other children I got to worry about, and one of them is the 3-year-old. So that little baby really needs a lot of attention.
Because
Okay, so you said that you're completely healed. So you've been through therapy.
yes.
Because some cousins are telling me to tell you you need a therapist.
I've been through therapy. I've been through a lot, but I've gone through therapy and still, like, doing the inner works with myself. So I most definitely am 100% as I am. I'm cool with myself.
Okay. All right. So, hello? Did you cover the. Hello? Are you here?
Calling me. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, someone was calling.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers would be judgmental people, people that are insecure. I don't like any form of insecurity. I want somebody that's 100% sure of themselves, not overly conceited, not cocky, but just sure of yourself to where, like, no one else can come in and move that of you. Like, I know who I am, so I can't be moved.
Okay. In the past, did your male friends or boyfriends?
You're saying, man, I don't want anybody insecure. You need to be sure of yourself. Listen, there's no way that I can date this girl and be sure of myself, right? That has nothing to do with insecurities. That has something to do with, yo, my girl is really out here getting rammed by every other dude. Imagine you sitting over here dating a sex worker, and she comes over here and comes home from work and say, oh my gosh, baby, oh, like work was so freaking fun. Like, oh my goodness, like, ugh, I got the works today, baby. Like, you just don't understand. I need a good massage. Like, my back is broken in. Like, I mean, I was just doing a lot of twerking. It was excruciating, babe. Like, come here, let me give you a kiss on the lips. Oh my gosh, it was just so much. Like, you see, no man is gonna want to deal with that. That has nothing to do with insecurities. That has something to do with, man, hold up, bro. Like, time out, right? And a lot of women will look at men and say a man who doesn't want a woman who's experienced is insecure. That's a man who doesn't want to date a woman who's been ran through, who's doing sex work or who's doing any of this shit. That has nothing to do with them being insecure. It has something to do with them being secure because they don't want to have the woman out and about doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing. A lot of men want their women to have respect. Even a lot of men who have crushes on women want to have women with respect. A lot of women don't understand what insecure means, right? A lot of women do not. I'm talking about a lot of women, especially in this day and age. A lot of women do not understand what insecure means, right? Insecure means, you know what, hey, well, I got a mole on my face, you know what I'm saying? Or, like I said, I got these little stains on my teeth, right? I got these little stains on my teeth. I had these shits on my damn teeth, man, since elementary school. I had them my whole life, right? I was very insecure about that because that's something that I couldn't change, right? Until I got to college, and then doctors wanted, not the doctors, but one of the dentist people said, we can get that off for you. I'm like, well, y'all about goddamn 17 years late, right? If y'all would have offered this back when I was in like elementary school, then maybe. But hey, now I've kind of lived with it, so I really don't even care for it. But back when I was in middle school and high school, I got picked. People picked on me because of that. I was insecure about that, right? If you have a mole on your head, if you have something about your body that you just can't change, you can be insecure about that, or embarrassment or whatever. But you can't sit up here and say a man is insecure because he doesn't want his girlfriend to go out with a bunch of fucking dudes. You can't sit over here and say a man is insecure because he doesn't want you to. He wants you to have. He wants you to have a certain level of respect for yourself, right? You can't call a man insecure because he doesn't want you sitting over here doing sex work. That's not insecurities. That's a man being secure. That's a man saying, man, listen, you are my girl. I don't want you out here flaunting your body off to other men. That's something that only I'm supposed to be seeing. But a lot of women today feel like, hey, well, a man is insecure because he doesn't want to accept me for who I am. He doesn't want me to get ran by every man that's known to man. Of course, no man wants his girl to be going out here getting ran by any other guy, getting, you know what I'm saying, putting themselves on the internet for other men to see.
Or children's dads have an issue with your profession?
The only one that really got to experience it is my last son's dad,
Okay.
because I was 18 when I met him, and that's
Got,
when I started everything.
got you. Okay. Does the guy have to look a certain way?
No, I don't really like pretty boys, like men that are like metrosexual. I'm not really into that. So I'm not really big on looks, I would say.
She's not big on looks. Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
No, but I would want him to be established in his career, whatever that field would be.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam. Now you know they ready for this one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm kind of short, Kendra. 1 second. I gotta turn it around. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're gonna do a U-turn. There we go.
Oh, you got a pole in your house.
Ew. Can you see it?
Okay.
1 second.
Okay. Okay. I mean, you're in great shape and you got a pole. I'm almost gonna ask you to demonstrate something. We
I,
did that before. Huh?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey, y'all see that picture in the background? Y'all see that little, I don't know what it is, a poster or a picture, but y'all see that shit in the background? Y'all know a girl is out here thotting if they got that in the background, or if they got one of these pattern rugs that you always see in college girls' rooms. If they got that shit, they are straight flat. I'm telling you. I went to an HBCU. I went to freaking Lewisburg. Lewisburg was pretty much a miniature HBCU. It's a junior college, but it was pretty much an HBCU. I'm telling you, damn near every girl who has shit like that on the wall was giving it up. They were giving it up left and right. I'm telling you. Mark my words. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, you want to?
Let me see. Hold on. If I can lift you up. I'll do one spin.
Okay. Okay. All right. So listen, some of the cousins are telling me to ask you, do you have daddy issues?
I don't think I have daddy issues.
Were you and your dad close?
Since you have daddy issues, for the fact that you even going down this route, the fact that you have 3 kids by 3 different men, you're a sex worker, you done did porn, you done did this, and then on top of that, you did it at the age of 18. You had a kid at the age of 17. You have daddy issues galore.
No, we were not.
Okay. Do you have a relationship with them?
My relationship with my dad kind of ended early on. And there's a stigma, like in sex work, they say, oh, you're a sex worker because of the things that happened to you in childhood. That can be true to a certain extent, but that's not my case.
That's not your case. Okay. It's not her case, she said. Okay. So when was your last relationship, Jasmine? Was it your 3-year-old dad? Okay, Jasmine.
I'm here.
Okay, now we're back. All right. Ooh, well, the Wi-Fi brought us back. Wi-Fi acting up, so let's get to it. All right. What was my last question to you? Do you remember?
My last relationship 3 years ago.
Yeah. When was your last relationship?
3 years ago.
3 years. You don't have to answer, but when's the last time you was intimate with somebody?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay, was that free or pleasure?
It was for pleasure, Kendra. It was free. I liked him.
Okay, okay. Is he an option?
No.
No, why not?
He's into the Kevin Samuels thing, like men are gods and women are emotional creatures who are like below, and we have to be chosen by these men, and yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. So why'd you have sex with him? You just want to have sex?
He started off cool, so we had a decent relationship in the beginning. Like he was a cool dude in the beginning. Like as we got to know each other, he just did a whole 360 and like was super arrogant, cocky, conceited, without anything behind that.
Okay. All right. So why do you think you're single, Jasmine?
Oh, okay. I can be a lot to handle. Like I can be a lot to deal with. Very energetic. I'm very impulsive. I'm a very impulsive person. It's a lot of reasons. But I am a good person, genuinely. I'm too good of a.
I love when Kendra asks that question because it really shows where a lot of these women's heads are. It really shows how delusional some of these women are, right? They can either be super delusional or they're not delusional at all. Now, with her, man, I feel like she isn't as delusional, right, as most women is. I mean, the fact that she's able to be upfront, say that she got these amount of kids, she's been very transparent, in my opinion. She's been very transparent. I don't know how you sit up here and you have sex with some random guy. Again, I mean, it's oh well, I liked him. Hey, she said she took him serious, so I give him that one. I give it that one. She at least took him serious, or he took her serious. But the Kevin Samuels thing, the fact that he's even willing to take you serious, and you got 3 kids, and this is where Kevin Samuels came into play, right? Where he was saying if a guy was willing to be a stepfather, you should be treating this nigga like a god. Yes, you should, because the fact that he's willing to come out of nowhere and help you and your bastard child, help you pick up where your baby father left off or where your baby fathers left off. Yes, bro. Yes, you should be coming home. As soon as you come home, hey, baby, let me go ahead and take your shoes off. Let me go ahead and take your shoes off. Hey, I got the hot bath running for you. I already got some food up here. Yes, because he doesn't gain anything out of messing with a woman who has tons of kids. He doesn't gain anything out of messing with a woman who has only one child. He doesn't, right? Because he's going to lose his house. He's going to lose money, right? Half of his money. He has to pay alimony. And the bond that he has with that child is ripped away, right? The bond that he created with that child or children is stripped away. The man loses in that situation. So yes, the dude that she was messing with, he was saying, man, listen, I need to be treated like a god. Yes, you do. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He does. Now, like I said, for me, why are you even dating a woman like this in the first place? That's beyond me. That's beyond me. Obviously, her priorities is fucked up. Obviously, but going back to why nobody wants to date her. It's just funny because a lot of these women just don't. A lot of these women want to gloss over the fact that the main reason is you got 3 kids by 3 different men, right? You're a sex worker, right? And you've been a sex worker since what 18 years of age. Come on, that's your main reason. And this is why I say I like when Kendra G asked that question, because a lot of women tend to be delusional. I wouldn't say this sister's delusional. Mind you, she's a very beautiful woman. I'm talking about a very beautiful woman. If she didn't have all those damn kids, hell, I would cuff her. Be honest with you, I would cuff her. And if she wasn't doing that sex work, most definitely. I feel like she can get any man that she wants. But she fucked herself over. Right? But like I said, man, it's just funny because a lot of women be sitting up here saying, well, the reason I'm single is because, this and that, but never because, well, maybe all them damn baby fathers that you have and all them kids that you have. Maybe because, man, the profession that you're in. You're taking the easy way out. Anybody who does sex work is taking the easy way out. Point blank, period.
Person, I have a really big heart, and a lot of the times people will try to take advantage of that.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
This is a once in a lifetime experience. I'm a great person, like I said. Every time it's going to be something new. I'm not boring at all. I can be introverted, so sometimes I'm really not friendly, but I do try to show people the real me, like what the real world is supposed to be. I don't pretend to be something that I'm not, and I stand on everything that I say.
Okay, so listen, I want you to respond to a comment I think we're going to see in the comment section. Now, what would you say to the people that say, okay, so you have 3 children by 3 different men, you're a sex worker, you have a 3-year-old child, no man's going to take that serious. What would you say to that statement?
I've had no issues in the past. Like, I don't have issues getting men, and I don't have issues getting high value men. Like,
Yeah, you don't have issues of getting these men, but you have a very, 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 very big issue of keeping these men. That's your biggest issue. You can't keep them. You can get them, but you can't keep them. And that's a fact, right? Because a lot of men aren't going to want to take it serious, right? But let's go ahead.
there is no issue there. I'm usually the person that cuts off my relationships because sometimes, like I said, I can be too good of a person. So obviously, if someone having kids is a big thing for you, I'm not your person. I don't even bring people around my kids. You won't even get to see or interact with my kids until like month number 3, if you can even pass the 7-day phase and every other interaction we have. I'm really big on intelligence. A lot of people don't have intelligence. That's a big thing for me. So you won't even get to experience, oh, she's a mom of all these kids. You'll never get to see them unless you're on that level and have proven yourself to be what I deem a good person.
And there you have it, Jasmine, Florida, 25, Libra, sex worker, but right now currently just a dancer. Would you go back into the porn industry or the other industry you told us about?
This is my thing right now. I've been on the fence. I want to do like something more realistic, like real estate or something like that. I've been in it since I was like 18. I do have a desire to go back, but I also have a desire to start something new.
Okay,
I'm
and what is the age range you would date?
35 plus.
35 plus. And does he have to be in Florida?
No.
And could he have kids already?
Yes.
Yes. And you didn't give a money requirement. I would assume you want a man with money, but that's not important to you.
Oh, okay. Attract men with money. I don't have a money requirement because if I meet someone that I like and they're just like a casual person and I wouldn't say mediocre. Mediocre sounds like a terrible word. But if they're just like a regular dude and he's like, genuine, I'd be okay with that. So I don't want to say, oh, I want this. And then I meet somebody who's super humble and outweighs everything this person has. I'm very open.
Fair enough. All right, Bo, how can they reach out to you?
And we're gonna end it right there. That sister's backwards, right? That sister is backwards. That sister is fucking backwards, right? Jesus. Now you're sitting over here saying you want a man that's 35 and up. I mean, good luck. Good luck with finding that. Good luck with finding that. But it's gonna be very hard. It's gonna be very, 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 very hard. Now, she said that Kendra G asked, why would a man be lucky to be dating you? And she said that this is a one-in-a-lifetime experience. So she's saying the same thing that a lot of other women who are in your same position says. Oh, well, this is a one-in-a-lifetime experience. So do you really think I want to deal with a woman that got 3 kids by 3 different men, who's been a sex worker since 18, who's had her first child at 17, who thinks that who wants to only date men that's in their 30s? And you think that's an experience? Do you think that's an experience a guy would be mad that he missed out on? I don't think so. I do not think so. I do not think so. She kind of lost me towards the end. She lost me towards the end, man. But it's going to be. Listen, it's going to be hard for her to find a man. I'm just be honest with you. It's going to be hard for her to find a man to be 25, 3 kids, 3 different men, sex work at 18. I'm always keep bringing it up. You got your first kid at 17, which means you was out here freaking around before you even got to high school, and this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But this is this is what we see. Number one, in the black community, but this is what we're seeing in society. It's not just with black women, right? We're seeing this a lot with a lot of women in America. It's an American thing. Where women think it's okay to be a sex worker. It's okay to sleep around and have all these kids out of wedlock, and thinks another man is going to come out of nowhere and save the fucking day. You got a lot of women who sit up here and put all their hopes and eggs in one basket when it comes down to women like this. Well, I don't have no issue getting no man, but you have an issue with keeping one, right? You got 3 different baby fathers. You mean to tell me you couldn't keep not a single one of them? Then you sat up here and you messed around with one man who was big into Kevin Samuels. And to be honest with you, let's just say if that relationship, let's just say if she was like, okay, I'm cool with you liking Kevin Samuels or whatever. Honestly, I don't even think that relationship would still have worked. I think he would have cut it off, right? And she even said herself that she cuts off a lot of relationships. So I'm just like, man, sis, what are you doing? What are you talking about, right? It's that Libra bullshit. That's that zodiac sign BS. Right? People who really believe in the zodiac signs, a lot of your prostitutes, sex workers believe in zodiac signs and shit. They live their life off of that, right? They think this way. Sadly to say, but a lot of women who believe in zodiac signs and all that shit, they think this exact way. And I feel bad for the sister because she is very beautiful and she's young. She's very beautiful and she's young, but she didn't have any guidance, which is why she's in this situation she's in now. Y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.